There we go. Hello. Why was I muted there? I don't know. That's so weird. I always have my mute on my Stream Deck. For some reason, I was muted on OBS. I think it's probably because I was recording something earlier and I didn't turn off. Anyway, as I was saying, because you didn't hear what I just said, I'll go over that really quickly. Good day for football today. We obviously had the charity match earlier today. 6.2 million raised for charity. Lovely to see that. Spurs have just dropped points at Brighton. And yeah, now we're going into this game with Manchester United in a very depleted side. Both sides, are rather weird in their lineups for certain reasons, and I'll quickly go over those now. Unfortunately for us, Manchester United are another one of those clubs like Arsenal that don't put up a picture of their lineup. They put a link to their website, which is really, really irritating. I don't know who the hell decided that was a good idea. So I'm going to read off the lineup, and I'm unable to show it. So there we are. Starting 11 for them is, and this is weird because they have a lot of injuries. They have a lot of people missing. So I've put together a lineup that I think is a somewhat of a 4-3-3. I'm really not sure what they're going to line up. You can kind of assume where certain players are. But they've got Lamens in goal. They have a back four of what I assume will be Dalot, Mazraoui as the two fullbacks. Not sure which way round they will start. I assume Dalot will start on the left-hand side. He's a bit more comfortable playing there. The centre-backs, I think, are going to be Heaven and Shaw, because those are the only two other defenders in the lineup. It could be Casemiro doing a centre-back shift. I'm really not sure. And then they've got the midfielders of Fernandes, Cunha, and Mbumo behind Benjamin Sesko. Oh, also Kobbie Mainoo is in there as well. Really weird lineup for them. Again, they've got a lot of injuries. Mount's on the bench, Malacia's on the bench, Xerxes on the bench, Ugarte's on the bench, Diallo's on the bench. Apart from that, very odd side. Chelsea's side, however, I can put up because our social media team are not inept morons. Here we go. A couple of weird things to point out here. Firstly, big exclusion, I'm going to say it already. No João Pedro in the entire squad. Not sure what that's for. I don't know if he's ill or he's had an injury just before the game or he's, had a family emergency. Not sure. I haven't really been clued in on why he is missing, but he's missing. That means Liam Delap starts up top. And for a player that only has one goal in the Premier League, that is very worrying for such an important game as this is, because we need to get 3 points to get into the top four. Back four and goalkeeper is the same as we saw in the previous match, with Gusto as the right back, alongside Fofana, Hato in at left centre back, and Cucurella. The midfield is changed from the last game because Enzo Fernandez has completed his 2 match of suspension and is back in the lineup. However, he's back in the lineup without the captain's armband, which is very, very interesting. Moises Caicedo has been given the armband today, and I think this is again more kind of, I don't want to be conspiratorial here, but I said it before. I really do think that our board are trying to force Enzo Fernandez out of this club. I really do think that they're trying to get him off, and excuse me, my voice is giving out already. I'm very ill, as you can probably tell. Yeah, I think this is just kind of a big conspiracy to shove him out of the club and get a sale for him. I really do. Which is upsetting. I hope that he scores today. Sorry, I'm gonna have to take a drink. My throat is actually completely giving out. I don't know what's happened. I've got like a tickle in my throat. They won't go out. And then of course the front four the front three behind the striker, I should say, is the same as it was in the last game with Esteval, Palmer, and Neto. Yeah, forcing the most Chelsea player out. What's new? Sorry, you guys have been chatting along in the chat. I have not been able to keep up with it. It's been moving very quickly. Yes, protests looking busy from the videos I've seen. Yeah, the protest did look very, very active, which is good to see. Hopefully they actually take some notes from that. And yeah, Davis just said 3-1 to the good guys. I actually have my bingo card, which I'll put up in a second here. Let's move into this scene. Boom. Bingo card. There are some different things on the bingo card today. I've got mono rap gods on comms. This is something I used to have on, like back when I really first started doing this. Put that back on. Correct prediction today, I've gone for a 3-1, which is why I pointed that out. We've got a South American link-up. This is just if any South American assists a goal to another South American. We obviously have a lot of those in our team. We have Esteval as the player of the match today. We've got Neto pisses Mono off. This is always going to be on it now. For the rest of I'm never taking this back off after the one time I took this off, and then he was actually like still pissing me off. So I have to put this back on. We've got. Is there anything else? We've got most of this is the same as normal. Random turns into Maldini. This always happens when there's reports of like, oh, certain players are injured and blah blah blah. I made this 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 bingo card half before the lineups were announced and then half after. So this was one of the ones I did before. So I assumed that because they had so many injuries, there would be some random player playing at centre back, and they're going to turn into Maldini and be really, really good against us, because that's always the way it happens. It just always, I don't know why, it just always happens against Chelsea, these random players, and I imagine that will probably be heaven today, if I'm being perfectly honest. Got a Weldy as normal. We have Enzo goal plus assist. I think that this is something that is very likely, and I will take the free space immediately if he kisses the badge. I feel like that's something he will do, or at least points to the badge, or does some kind of I'm staying here type vibe like he did before. We've got a Steve goal and a Delap fight, and that's pretty much everything else. That's on the bingo card. Now the game is going to be kicking off in about 2 minutes, so I've got to quickly get the lineups up, the game up. Sorry, I'm really out of sorts today. Is there anything interesting on our bench? Chempong, Santos is on there, Guiu. Oh, that's interesting. So if we do have to swap Delap off at some point, Mark Guiu is the only person that we have who is a natural striker on the bench, so that's interesting. Yeah, very, very weak in at centre back today for United. So hopefully that's good. Oh yeah, Garnacho. If Garnacho scores as well, that's also the free space going off immediately for that. So yeah. Oh, weird. Okay, they've got this. At least the TNT Sports have got it as Luke Shaw as the left back, Heaven and Mazarawi as the two centre backs, with Dallo on the right. That does make a bit more sense. Maybe that's it. It's very, very weird. I said their attack is very, very strong. So this might be a game where it's decided by whoever scores the most goals. And to be fair, usually in those exchanges we don't do particularly well because we do let up a lot of goals. So oh wow, that was really funny. I'm listening to the crowd reactions to the names being called out. There was a cheer for every single player, and then they said Delap, and there was silence. Kind of goes to show how likable he is. Run back the 4-3 Palmer Hay. I mean, I hope so. Let's be entertained. I said we saw 20 goals in the charity match earlier today, so maybe we get a similar thing. Of course, the Manchester United head coach being Michael Carrick, a former player of United, and we have a former player who is also a central midfielder who has just won the league or got promoted at least with Coventry City. Good thing for Frank. I was going to wear my Frank shirt, but I was just too hot. It's absolutely boiling in the east of England. I don't know why. It's just so humid. So I was like, I can't wear my shirt today. Oh, I need to not forget the timer. Nearly did that. Gameplay. Boom. There we go. Let's hopefully see us get a good result here. Straight away, United are the ones who are starting. They've kicked the ball long, but we've immediately returned it, and it will be offside. It's going to continue to be a United ball. Here's Heaven. Yeah, so the TNT lineup was correct. It's Mazarawi is the right centre back here. I would love to see Delap, just really test these two. They're both, not starters at that position. He's immediately closed Mazarawi down and won, or rather, caused a throw on the far left hand side. That is a crazy start. It's been a very long time since we've beaten a top six side as well. I feel like we've barely been able to beat them. One thing I will say is, luckily, we are seeing Esteval on the right hand side, not on the left, like we did see um, a couple of games ago. Ball's gone all the way back to Sanchez here. Here's Gusto to Caicedo. And Enzo does look to be the one who's dropping deeper so far. Here he is as the central centre-back at the moment. Hato will launch the ball long, but it's ricocheted off of Mbumo for a throw. Cucurella will take this. Throws it long for Liam Delap. Can't hold it up, and it's cleared by Dallo. Also, I just realised that my mic is a little bit in the wrong position. There we go. Cleared by Wes Fofana. Oh, really nasty collision there between Caicedo and Dallo, and this is going to be a big stoppage in play, I think. That looked pretty nasty. Oh, it's not as bad as it. I thought it was a clash of heads. It's rather a bump into the chest. Trent already complaining. I mean, why not? Will be a free kick for United in a relatively promising position. Similar area to which Pascal Gross assisted in the Spurs game earlier today. They do have the second most goals from set pieces, United, so don't want to give up too many of these. Ball is swung into the back post, and it's cleared by Wes Fofana very comfortably. Neto will try and get on the end of this, but the Portuguese is unable to beat his international teammate to the ball. It's swung back in and cleared again by Wes Fofana, and now Gusto has a chance to stride up the pitch, and he'll take it. Gets it to Esteval. Inside, he's played it. Oh, he's almost got it through to Palmer, but unable to get it past Heaven, I think that was, who was intercepting. Here's Sheshko. Tracked all the way by Hato, and he's forced back. Very, very quick start to the game. Here's Dallo. Casemiro to Mazraoui. And Mbumo, who's now out on the wide right side. The Northern came out a little bit there. Short. Oh, maybe it's a back three. It's weird. They're kind of playing a hybrid formation. They're kind of moving into a back three at times. Here's Cunha, who's got the ball from a long pass forward from Luke Shaw, but Gusto's dealt with him very easily. Here's Hato. Gets it through the lines to Enzo. Out wide to Caicedo. Palmer. Good transitional football from Chelsea here. Ball in behind from Palmer to Liam Delap, and he's going to get on the end of this. He's going to burst past. Oh, it's a really good tackle. Heaven again, getting back. He initially beat him pretty well, but he did a very good recovery to get a foot in and give Chelsea a corner. That's what I want to see from Delap, by the way. I just want to see him running in behind and causing issues like that, because he's not gonna be able to hold the ball up as often as he tries to. His Palmer's got the ball from the short corner, swung in but cleared. Cucurella now under pressure from Mbumo. Will kick it back to Sanchez. Here's Moy. Yeah, I'm not particularly hopeful, but you know it's United. They do like to make things difficult for themselves at times. Then again, so do we. Chelsea getting a spell of possession in their own half here. Interesting enough to see that Enzo and Caicedo are both playing really deep here. Here's Enzo in the 5 position. Fofana to Gusto. And Pedro Neto has now swapped over to the right-hand side for a period. Not sure how long that'll last. Ball's been played all the way back to Sanchez. The high press from United here. Hato under pressure. Deals with it incredibly well. And I've got to say, he's been one of our shining lights in this Rosenior period. He's been so good. Wes up to Palmer through the lines. He gets it to Moy, but he switched off and didn't get on the ball. And now Bruno can get it forward. Sheshko takes a strike, but it's blocked by Fofana. And Esteval's kept the ball on here for Mbumo, but the touch from the number 19 is heavy, and he goes off the pitch for a Chelsea goal kick. They said Pedro's out with a thigh injury. Should be back for Brighton. Oh, hopefully. I said it's a bit. When you see a player randomly dropped out of the 11, it's usually some kind of problem that's happened in like the session before the game. I assume that's what this kind of was. Chelsea will take the short goal kick. Here's Fofana. Now Gusto. So we had a good opportunity to get forward in that last attack, but Caicedo just kind of switched off. He wasn't looking at the ball when the ball was paid to him. So here's Enzo in a deep position. He's going to shoot one long up to Cole Palmer. Luke Shaw will take it down and pass it back to the goalkeeper, who's under a lot of pressure, and he does smash it long. Hato will receive the ball in his own half, though. Enzo to Cucurella. Neto has shifted back over to the left-hand side. Here he is. Good work from Enzo to get it to him. And he's going to sweep it out to the right-hand side. Horrible, horrible pass, if I'm being perfectly honest. And Esteval can't keep it on the pitch. And Esteval's saying to him, look, you need to play that further forward, mate. He's not pissed me off yet. A couple more of those and it might get ticked off, I tell you. I'm not going to have too much patience for his bullshit this game. Shaw will take the resulting throw. Sheshko beaten to the ball by Caicedo. Here's Hato. Out wide left to Pedro Neto. He's up against Diogo Dalot. International teammate, of course. Ball's going to be switched all the way to the other side for Malo Gusto. Gusto is asking for someone to go forward. I'm not sure who he's talking to. Is Moy deep. Gusto to Palmer. Looking for a pass. None available. Enzo again. It really does seem like we're trying to force the ball to the forward runs of the lap, but he's either the timing of his runs aren't right or the hesitancy of the passes is there and it's not getting delivered. Hato through the lines to Enzo. Brilliant pass. Enzo through the lines for Cole Palmer. He's going to get it and he's dragged down by... I believe that's Kobe Mainu who's made that tackle. There's a big shout for a penalty here. Oh no, it's not Kobe. Who is that? I think it's Shaw actually who comes across and takes him out. I'm not sure who actually got the touch on him there. VAR will look at this. That should be it looks like a pen. Oh, I think it's out. It might be outside the box is the issue. I'm not sure. It depends on whether they're calling it for the sliding challenge or the one from behind from Shaw. Contacts outside the penalty area, so no pen. But of course, they haven't awarded the free kick either, so we've just been fouled for no reason, and there's been no repercussions. Love that. Game is back underway with United. Mainu to Cunha. Heaven across the box to Mazraoui. He's going to play it down the line, but he's beaten to the ball. Mbumo by Cucurella, and Neto will get it to Hato. He gets it to Palmer. Out wide to Esteval. All the left footers combining. Esteval into the box now. He's going to take a strike. Oh, whistles past the far corner. I think it did take a deflection. But the referee's given a goal kick. Let's see. No touch on that. Oh, he hits the post. Skims the outside of the post. Good effort from our young Brazilian. I'll tell you, by the way, Hato has been brilliant so far. He's been splitting the defence open. Whew. Long ball from Mazarawi up to Mbumo, and Wes Fofana has dealt with that really, really comfortably. Heads it back to his goalkeeper. Here is Yoral Hato. Hato once more. United playing a bit of a high line kind of. Oh my goodness. Fofana almost giving it away, and Hato dealt with it. And the ball's actually broken here for Liam Delap, and now it's Esteval in behind. He slipped over and he's taken a shot on the right foot under off balance, and it's going to be easily swept up by the goalkeeper there. God, Luke Shaw just doesn't touch it down properly. Oh, you feel like he has to play that back to Delap, really, but I think he just ran out of steam. Meanwhile, the ball has been played over the top for Wes Fofana. He will get it to Sanchez. And Esteval has gone down. I was going to say, I felt like he had some kind of problem there as he was running forward. Oh, this is the last thing we need. I don't need to be seeing Pedro Neto and Garnacho as my two wingers for the rest of the season. I really don't. Oh, it's a hammy as well. It might be a hammy. Pray that this is just cramp. Although, to be fair, I would like to see Garnacho play against United because I feel like he would be so motivated to score that he actually might put in some effort. But I really hope Steve is okay. They are stretching his knee, and I think Garnacho has been called over to the bench. Yep. I'm hoping that's not serious, and I think that I'm hoping that it's just a precaution that they don't want him to aggravate anything. But Garnacho is now being prepped, so Neto will be moving over to the right hand side, and we will have Garnacho on this left hand side. Although he's put his shin pads back in, is he going to try and run it off, or don't push yourself, lad? If you're injured, you're injured. He is up and walking though, which is good. Not something incredibly serious. Oh, he has just put his head in his shirt there. It doesn't look great. Well, there goes my Esteval player of the match shout. Bollocks. Oh. Yeah. Rosinia has just had a word in the ear of Garnacho, who will be coming on. He's now being shown his set piece positions. Ah, fucking sucks, man. Especially considering the World Cup's coming on. Hopefully it's not really bad. There's going to be a monumental boo as Garnacho enters the field here. A big Chelsea cheer. I'd love... Just give me a Garnacho hat-trick, man. I'd love it. Ball. The game will restart with a Chelsea goal kick here. And he has gone straight down the tunnel, Esteval, which is, again, kind of worrying. Sanchez will play the ball to Hato. Is Fofana. The 15 minutes played, and there hasn't been too many clear-cut chances for either side. Oh, excuse me. Here's Fofana again. Enzo. Gusto. Lovely little bit of play from him, and Luke Shaw has brought Palmer down for a free kick. It's Sanchez once again. I don't think they are. Hang on, I haven't seen them. Long ball from Sanchez is... Oh, yeah. So, yeah, Neto on the left-hand side. I think it's more so because they want to try and get in behind and get the ball across for Delap. I would imagine that's the reason for it, rather than going inside. Here's Fofana. Palmer. To Caicedo. Harto. Ball forward for Cucurella. Or rather, Pedro Neto. Here's Cucurella. Back to Moises Caicedo, who's playing in that central centre-back position at the moment. Here's Enzo. Needs a pass here. Harto gets it forward for Enzo. He gets it forward for Palmer. He gets it forward for Neto. Little swing ball into Garnacho, who can't reach the ball. I think that wasn't intended for him. I think that was supposed to be a little dinked pass into Liam Delap there, but overhit from Neto. Good little bit of interplay coming here from Chelsea, but the last ball kind of just not there at the moment. It's a little bit too far for Garnacho to reach. Good attack though. So Chelsea much the better side so far this game. Here's Heaven. He's going to drive out from the centre-back position to get forward. He's going to get past a couple here, but Delap has eventually brought him down. Will be a throw. Free kick is taken back to Casemiro. Forward for Dalot. Now central for Bruno Fernandes, but his pass is intercepted by Neto. Aiden Heaven will kick the ball forward, but Gusto will smack it back. It's going to go all the way back to Lamens now. Long ball from him. Met in the air by Harto again, but the ball's going to go forward to Mbumo. It's Cunha. Mbumo on the left-hand side. Cunha again. Casemiro to Mazraoui. Oh, good little pass from Casemiro to Cunha, but he can't get the ball away. Here's Palmer trying to bring the ball away for Chelsea. Got Mainu for company. Gusto will smack it off Mbumo for a throw. If I'm being honest, I think that Gittins has more potential in terms of a player that I think it would be a good squad player, but if he's not available, then, you know. What was it? Foul on the break by Heaven on Delap. He's got a couple of those now, the young man. Probably needs to be getting a talking to at some point. Referee is Michael Oliver, by the way. So, one of the better refs, I will say. That's a very, very... Not a very... Considering the competition he's up against, that's not particularly a compliment. Here's Yoral Harto. Fofana to Gusto. Tries that... Every single time Gusto tries that no-look pass, I just shake my head, man. You're so much better than that. You don't need to be doing that. Here's Harto. Sanchez. A lot of pressure on him, and he's going to get it out to Malagusto. Garnacho. Fofana to Sanchez again. Very high press from United, and Sanchez will clear it to Cucurella. Knocks it forward for Neto. And the high press has worked out as Casemiro's played the ball forward, but the referee has brought it back for an earlier foul. Who's this who's down complaining? Dallo? Yeah. A little bit of a tap on the top of his foot. I don't know why he's down for this long. Next Sunday is our game against Leeds United in the FA Cup. Obviously, tomorrow on Sunday, we've got the very, very anticipated Arsenal versus City game. A lot of good football coming up soon. Free kick will eventually be taken by Bruno Fernandes. So, almost the exact same position as the last one. He swung it into the near post this time, and Hato gets it away. Neto can't reach it, and he's had to smack it all the way back to his goalkeeper. Bruno. Is Mazraoui. I think Chelsea had a very good opening 15 minutes, but we've kind of stepped off the gas here a little bit. Here's Heaven. Mazraoui. Bruno. Casemiro. Šeško. Bumo now. United popping it around quickly, but not really making too many inroads. Dallo can't get the ball to Bruno Fernandes, and now, I was going to say Cucurella can get us away, but his pass is not a great one, and the ball has gone forward. Good defending by Wes Fofana to see the ball out for a goal kick. But Wes has been pretty good this game as well. Here is Wes Fofana. Boos are coming out from the stadium. I'm not sure from which fan base. I think it might be ours because we're not playing the ball forward. The ball has gone up long to Liam Delap, and he's held it up well. Here's Garnacho, steaming ahead of the ball. Here's Neto. Oh, terrible ball from him. Dallo stood to his task and got the ball away. Ball's going to go long for Brian Mbumo now. It's a really good ball in behind. He's going to cross it across for Cunha, who's taken a horrific touch, and then he's fouled Yoral Hato with quite a nasty follow through there, and he's going to get a yellow for it. It could have been anything. It could have been a little bit worse than that. Let's see this. It's a fantastic ball forward from Bruno. Yeah, just the touch from Cunha was just so heavy. Oh no, it's nothing too malicious there. To be fair, I think a yellow is pretty harsh there. I mean, he's late, but I don't think he particularly does anything wrong there other than go for the ball. But we'll take it. He's got to be a bit more careful now. Here's Enzo. Garnacho has swapped onto the left-hand side temporarily. Here's Moises Caicedo, seeking a long ball out wide right for Pedro Neto. Shaw's missed the ball, and... What? Oh, the referee's given a foul for absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. I don't think Neto would have gotten on the end of the ball anyway, but still. United free kick. Is Lemons. Pressure from Cole Palmer, who sees him play it to Heaven. I'm back again. Here's Mainu to Casemiro. Bumo got Kukurea behind him, and he has forced to go back to Dalot, or rather Mazraoui, who's then fallen to the floor, and the referee's given a free kick for, again, not much in that, if I'm being honest. "26 minutes gone, and not really much has happened, if I'm being perfectly honest." Here's Luke Shaw. Oh, heaven almost gave it to Delap, or rather Palmer. Bumo can't keep it. Here's Kukurea. Caicedo. Fofana up to Palmer. Here's Neto. Now Chelsea have to build again. Here's Hato. Garnacho out wide left. It's Caicedo again. Now Enzo. Kukurea. And he plays it back. That's starting to get really frustrating because Mark keeps doing that over and over again. Ball needs to go forward at some point, lads. It's Sanchez. He's going to ping it long. Seeking Garnacho in behind. He's going to reach him. Dalot is all over the back of him, but he's going to keep the ball. I cannot believe he has not given a foul for that. He's absolutely all over the back of him. They've given a United throw deep in their half. Dalot has gained about 7 yards, and the referee hasn't sent him back yet. Make that 10. His throw is terrible, though, and Kukurea will pick it up. Here's Palmer. Gets away from one. Gets away from another, and it's a foul on the edge of the box. It's heaven again. He's got to get a yellow, man. This is like... It's been like his 4th foul in this game already. Did he get carded? I think the referee pulled something out. I'm not sure if it was a card or if it was a spray or what. I don't think he's given a card for that. It's ridiculous. It's like 4th foul already. There's a good position here, just on the inside the D. Someone like a Cole Palmer could smash this low under the wall if there's no draft excluder. It's Enzo and Palmer over this. I'd love to see Enzo smash this in, by the way. I do think it probably suits Palmer a little bit more. They do have Mbumo lying down under the wall. Whistle has blown. It's Enzo, and it's straight into the wall. Hato will knock it back in. Out by Shaw. Hato will sweep it out to the right-hand side where Garnacho is. But Shaw will win the ball in the air again. Throw in for Chelsea. It's Caicedo. Pretty well from what I can see. So it looked like there was a pretty decent turnout. I unfortunately was kind of preoccupied, so I didn't see much of it. But from what I did see, it was pretty good. Here's Palmer. Ran into Luke Shaw. Mainu to Casemiro, who sweeps it forward, but it's just going to fall for Wes Fofana. Gusto to Neto, out on the wide right position. Gusto's made the overlap, and he's not used him. Just the amount of times the ball goes out wide for us and then comes back is so frustrating. Good ball forward from from Hato to Enzo. He then plays the ball forward and it's going to not ricochet to a Chelsea player, but well won back by Cucurella. Here's Caicedo out to Neto on the wide right position. Plays it out to Gusto. Chance for him to cross. Does cross to the back post. And Bumo gets that ahead of Garnacho, and it's a Chelsea throw. A little bit too much on that, Gusto. It's Hato. Now Enzo. Garnacho. Chance for him to run at Brian Mbeumo, who's the one marking him, but instead he goes back. Caicedo will play the ball all the way back to the goalkeeper. Here's Hato again. And Sanchez once more. Spearing ball from Sanchez to the left-hand side where Liam Delap is running down. The ball's going to fall for Marc Cucurella, who's running forward here. He gets it forward for Delap, and it's a very good covery tackle from Heaven once more. I think that's gone out for a corner. No, a throw. It's Chelsea throw. Garnacho into Enzo. Nutmegs Mazraoui, and he gets it back here, and Enzo! Oh, he's whistled the ball past the far corner. Oh, it would have been such a good goal as well with a little nutmeg of Mazraoui. Oh. So close. Wait, does Heaven get a touch on this? Oh, no, he doesn't. It looks like he did. Big chance. Chelsea are starting to build now. Here's Mazraoui. Dalot will play the ball into the middle. It's picked up by Moises Caicedo in there, who so often does that. Malagusto now. Again, some frustration from the Chelsea faithful as our players play the ball backwards rather than the easy, obvious forward pass. Gusto will get it to Sanchez, who goes long. We've been doing well when the ball goes long like this. Liam Delap will try and get on the end of it. Caicedo. Oh, I'm not sure what he was doing there, but Enzo's won the ball in the middle. Cucurella. Garnacho. Tackled by Dalot. Hard to get past Dalot, I'll tell you that. He's got his work cut out for him. Is Enzo. Fofana. Gusto to Neto. Back again. Hato. He's the one. Hato's the one that whenever he gets the ball, he's the one looking to play it forward. Wes will get it out to Palmer here on the right-hand side. He's going to take it wide right here. Cuts inside now. Good work from him to shrug off Luke Shaw, and then he's thrown to the floor by Casemiro, but ref deems it okay tackle. Brian Mbeumo on the break now. Good ball in behind, but Cunha, one of those ones where he started to run and then he stopped the run as the pass was played. Chelsea coming up the pitch on the other side now. Here's Palmer. It's slowed down immediately though. Come on. Hato to Alejandro Garnacho. Into Cucurella. Back to Hato for some reason. Fernandes. Palmer, good touch. Whips it into the back post where Delap is. Oh my goodness, it's good goalkeeping. Lamon's stealing the ball ahead of him. It's a good ball from Cole Palmer. Here's Heaven. He's going to launch the ball long. Fernandes. Cunha. Steaming in on goal here. Bumo. Being shepherded back by Cucurella. Dalot will swing the ball into the box, but it's cleared by Wes Fofana. Kobe Mainu. It's Bruno with a crossfield diag to Mbumo, but it won't reach him because Cucurella's in the way. United throw. I can tell that this is going to be one of these games where we absolutely outplayed them the entire game and then just concede one late goal and lose. It feels like that's what's gonna happen here. It's Mazraoui. Mainu to Cunha. Now Mainu again. His crossfield ball to Bruno is a good one. It's Dalot. Mainu again. Forward for Cunha. Had to play it back. Both teams unable to unlock, you know, the final ball, really. Been a bit loose in that regard for both teams. Is Mainu again. Mainu, rather. Dalot. Bruno will swing it in, but it's a terrible pass, and Hato will clear it. Garnacho. Cucurella to Moises Caicedo. It's a chance for us to break here. Malo Gusto surging up the pitch. He's got Pedro Neto alongside him. He's going to use him. Needed a bit more pace on the ball here, but he's still got it. He's going to take a strike, and it's deflected. Here's Enzo on the edge of the box. He takes a strike. It's deflected, and Lamens will spill it for Palmer. And Delap will put it in. But the offside flag has gone up. And I'm not sure who that was for. Was it for Palmer or for Delap? Is Palmer offside? Yeah. Yeah. There wasn't actually a pass from Palmer, I don't think. I think he was actually shooting there. Checked and cleared very quickly. Mazraoui will now play the ball forward. He's going to go all the way over the top for Sanchez, who smashes it back. Dalot can't keep the ball under his spell, and he gives it straight to Caicedo. Here's Palmer again. Pedro Neto. He's going to whip the ball in. And Delap's there, and oh my goodness, it's spooned off his head to Enzo Fernandez, who can't put it in. Those balls have been good from... Oh. But Hato's getting a yellow card there, a really silly one. That is never a foul. He's ran across him. He doesn't even know he's there. It was a brilliant ball from Pedro Neto. Oh, Delap doesn't actually get a touch on it, I don't think. And it's in exact same position, this free kick, as the last two. This one goes forward, and it's Sanchez with a good punch. But he's been clattered, and the referee has called a foul. Who is? Oh, it might actually be Wes who's been clattered. Strong goalkeeping from Robert Sanchez there. He's actually clattered by his own player. Will be a free kick for Chelsea once this resolves. Suspect Sanchez will play this long, actually. So, he has just called our team to run up the pitch, because we've been having a bit more success from long balls than we have from our actual play. Long ball from Sanchez to the left-hand side. Delap underneath it. It's going to break for Enzo Fernandez. Here's Caicedo. Great touch from him. Gives it away, though. Oh, a bit of ricochet ball in the middle, and the ball will eventually break for Mbumo out on the right-hand side. Here's Dalot. Mainu. It's Cunha. Something's happened here. Oh, Wes Stefano's gone down off the ball and he's still suffering from that collision, I think. He might have had some kind of rib problem here. It is a pretty nasty collision. It's hip. It's Sanchez's hip goes into his ribs. We do have defenders on the bench. Let's hope Wes is okay. Hello, welcome in. Yeah, this just does not look good for Wes Fofana, I'm not going to lie. It's never nice when they go down off the ball. He is back up on his feet, though. He's obviously going to have to go off the pitch anyway, but he probably should continue. Once upon a time, I used to have on the bingo card all the time injury, but that's not there. Here's Bruno Fernandes on the right hand side. Gets away from two and plays the ball across. And it's a great, great finish from Cunha. And you got to say, it's just terrible, terrible defending from Cucurella and Garnacho. Just not allowing Bruno to get into that position. You should never be allowing him to get there. Oh, I put it on the wrong team. There we go. It's exactly what I said, by the way. We would dominate them the whole game, and then they'd get a late goal. Happened already in the first half. And you know what? Cucurella, I've been saying this for a while. He's been so poor this season. Like, in comparison to what we know he can do, he's been so poor. He runs up the pitch for no reason and just completely gives up all that space in behind. It's a good finish, though, from Cunha. Can't take anything away from the finish. Well, the protests aren't gonna stop after this, I tell you that. Long ball up to Garnacho. He's battling away with Dalot. So once again, it's another assist for Bruno, by the way. Insane. Delap up for it. Casemiro will clear. Swung back in by the weak foot of Malagusto, and it's just going to fall straight for the goalkeeper. It'll be interesting to see how much added time there is. There were quite a few injuries. We are now into the additional time. There's 5 minutes of it. And Delap has just gone into someone and gotten a foul. Typical. I'm trying to think, who was actually supposed to be marking Cunha, though? Because he's completely free on the edge of the box. I have no idea who was. There was no one around him. Oh, that's typical. They've scored whilst we were down to 10 men. Because of stupid fucking law about injured players having to go off the pitch. That explains why there was so much space. It's Heaven to Mazraoui. Casemiro. Good work from Pedro Neto to win the ball. Here's Fofana. Now Hato. Caicedo to Enzo. Dinked ball from Caicedo up to Gusto. He's going to play it in behind for Cole Palmer on the right-hand side. 3 players around him, and he gets it back to Gusto, who's got space to run into here, and he's going to whip the ball into the back post, and Dalot didn't know what was behind him or around him, and he's given the ball away for a Chelsea corner with under absolutely zero pressure. Corner taken short. Here's Enzo. Palmer. Malagusto on the edge of the box. He's going to dink it to the back post where Wes Fofana is, and he can't get it because the ball is utterly terrible, if I'm being perfectly honest. So, final ball today from Chelsea has just been utterly abysmal. I tell you, I'm not gonna. I'm putting out a prediction here. If United score another goal, half the stadium is leaving. I don't think many of these fans will stay here for that long if they get another one. Ball up to Liam Delap. He's being manhandled here by Mazraoui. That's got to be a yellow. He's got 2 arms around him. Come on, man. Ridiculous that they're allowed to just throw our players around like this and not get punished for it. It's been 4 of them from Heaven. He only got 1 card. I don't think he even got carded, actually. Pedro Neto will take this free kick. Swung the ball in, and there's been a bit of a collision between Fofana and Casemiro. Surprise, surprise, Casemiro's flopped to the floor like a fish. How many times have we seen that over his career? Free kick will now be retaken. Eventually. Played in by Neto to the back post. Cleared. Palmer will pick the ball up on the edge of the box though. Here's Gusto. Oh, bro, these two have been utterly terrible today. Gusto and Neto are pissing me off, man. You know what? Actually, Neto's getting the thing. And this is just one of those typical things, isn't it? Where they've got a weakened backline, and of course, the one time that they have a weakened backline, our star striker is not available. Honestly, give me Mark Guiu, man. He can't be any worse than this. Why does that come up with 9? What's going on there? Big boos coming out from Stamford Bridge as we go into the half-time. Or go into half-time rather, 1-0 down, and rightfully so, because you know what, we should have put at least 3 past them when our striking force is just terrible. Gotta say, Esteval getting injured has really harmed us. I don't think we're going to make anything from this game now. Man, I don't even know what to say. So Enzo and Hato are the only players that have actually got like anything about them today. Everyone else is just I think the players are fed up. This is the thing, right? Because we know how much the players liked Enzo Maresca, and I just don't think they buy into Rosinia's football at all. I don't think they care. I'm gonna look at Twitter for a bit. I just saw a replay of that challenge on Palmer in the box, not given again. Always happens against United, man. Yeah, I mean, I don't even want to remember the Poch days. I don't think like even no matter how bad we are, it's never going to be as bad as the Poch thing. Like that. That was awful. Anyway, first time on the channel after the League Cup lost to Liverpool. I'm trying to think when that was 2020. Well, I don't remember when. I genuinely have no idea when I actually like started getting like really into this channel. I'm not sure what it was. It was like 2023, I think. Oh, that's that. Yeah, Jackson's 100% better than Delap. To be fair, I think every other striker in the league is better than him. He's had one goal in the league, I believe. He doesn't ever, he the one thing that we thought he would be good at, and that's holding the ball up and being a big bustling like striker. He's just not been doing at all. And we don't play football that suits the way that he plays. Like, I feel like I mentioned this back when we first signed him. I was like, at Ipswich, the reason why he was so good is because they played counter-attacking football because they had to. Like, they couldn't, you know, create things by passing the ball up the pitch because they're Ipswich. They didn't have the quality to do that. Instead, they just lumped the ball up to him like Jamie Vardy, like prime Leicester Jamie Vardy type thing, and he would get goals that way. But we don't do that. We don't play that type of football. So yeah, I would probably bring on Guiu as well if I'm being perfectly honest. But I know Liam Rosenior won't do that. He doesn't trust him enough. I'm gonna quickly go to the bathroom and also get a drink. Let me move on to the Be Right Back screen. I'll talk to you guys in a little bit. Alrighty, we are back. What, man? What am I doing? This and this. Okay. Did I forget the timer? No, it's paused. Okay, good. Only positive at Chelsea is we're not Tottenham. Yeah, I mean, we got to think about this in terms of the table. If I can find my table. We are currently in 6th on 48 points. Everton have a game in hand on us, as do Sunderland. They can both leapfrog us with a win. Palace are 6 points behind us with 2 games in hand. So they can match our 48 points. And we're 4 points off of Liverpool, who have a game in hand on us. Jesus. Our only hope is the FA Cup, like, genuinely. Like, we're finished as an institution otherwise. My ball is just not doing up properly. There we go. Well, the players are back out on the pitch. Is there any substitutions? I don't think so at the moment. Let's see. Only guaranteed winners Tottenham and maybe Forest. Knowing our luck, we'll give 3 points to Tottenham and give them out of relegation. No changes for either side. Seems. There we go. Cole Palmer gets us underway. Chelsea kicking off from left to right. Long ball from Sanchez. Heaven wins it in the air. And it's headed behind by Cucurella for a throw. Dalot will throw it up to the on-running Fernandez, who sweeps the ball into the box and Gusto gets it away. Here's Dalot. And Garnacho will clear. Oh, it feels like much of the same already. Here's Heaven. Too short. Lemons out wide to Mazraoui. Oof, Delap almost stealing the ball off him, but he gets a 1-2 played behind him instead, and Mazraoui will launch the ball long now. Up to Dalot, who's surging in behind, but Hato shields the ball enough for him to see the ball out for a goal kick. We have not lost 4 games in a row since 1993. And we might be about to do that. Brilliant. Here's Fofana. Hato to Cucurella. Now Gusto to Sanchez. I think there are now anti-Blueco chants going out throughout the crowd. Palmer will knock it back to Sanchez. I feel like an attack chant is about to happen soon. We're just playing it around the back like with no intent to go forward at all. Here's Enzo. Maybe he can do something. Nope, plays it off the pitch. Oh, this is unbearable to watch, man. Here's Enzo. Gets it to Caicedo. And instead of opting for the wide pass, out to Neto, he goes back to Gusto. Gusto will shift it to Hato. Caicedo. Cucurella's made a great run here, and he's picked him out, Moises Caicedo. It's a brilliant ball, but Lamans is there to grab it before he gets on the end of it. Heaven through the lines. Here's Casemiro. Sheshko to Shaw. Now Kobe Mainu. Shaw again. Heaven to Mazraoui. Here's Dallo. Easily skips past Garnacho. And Mbumo will knock it forward. Where Fofana deals with that ball though. And Cucurella can clear. Enzo. Foul on Garnacho by Brian Mbumo for an elbow. United have one clean sheet in their last 21 away matches. And watch us be the only other time that happens. Did I forget the timer? I didn't forget the timer, it just didn't start. That's weird. Update? Hello? Why the... Oh, Jesus Christ, what's happened here then? Do 50. There you go. That should be right. Bro, I clicked it and it just didn't start. Ugh. Everything's going wrong. I'll take it on the bingo card anyway, if it's on there. Sure. Why not? It's Heaven. Ball's a bit heavy for him and he'll leave it for sure. Chelsea can press high now. Lamans has scooped the ball up into the air. Fofana underneath it. It's going to break for Gusto. Here's Caicedo. And he goes backwards. Cucurella. Joel Hato. Long ball from Sanchez is seeking out Neto. It's going to be headed back towards Chelsea's goal by Heaven. And here's Enzo now. Pedro Neto. First chance for Chelsea to really attack here. Palmer. Enzo. Sweeps it across the box. Moises Caicedo with a shot and it's deflected for a corner. First real bit of Chelsea play going forward and we get an opportunity. Wild that, isn't it? When you actually pass the ball forward, you actually get chances to score. Seems like a foreign concept to some of these players. It will be a long ball into the box this time. It's into the front post. It's a dreadful pass. Enzo just puts it straight into the first man. Christ. Cunha to Bruno Fernandes. He's going to take a strike, and it's wide. Had Sanchez a little scared there, but very, very wide. Restarting with a Chelsea goal kick, here's Sanchez. Harto. Enzo. Gusto will launch the ball forward for Liam Delap, and Heaven will clear it. Gets us very far up the pitch with a throw. Neto will take that up to Delap in the box. He's wrestling with Heaven again, and he's tackled by Casemiro in the end. And bro, every single time they play it forward, they just completely play it around us like we're not even there. Caicedo has done really, really well to get back at Cunha, though, and stop him from getting forward. Here's Luke Shaw. To Kobe Mainu. Casemiro. Sheshko. Bruno Fernandes. It's Cunha. Cunha's going to take a strike, and it's deflected away by Fofana, and then Caicedo is fouled by the man who took the strike on, Cunha. I think Enzo's just got given a card for protesting that. Not sure. There was a big set of boos from the crowd after that challenge happened. Is Enzo. Caicedo to Fofana. Neto wide right. Going inside, you'll get it to Enzo. Nowhere for him to go, though. He will play the ball forward for Cucurella's on run. It's going to break for Garnacho here on the left-hand side. He gets it to Enzo on the edge of the box. Sweeps it into Palmer, but it's cleared by Casemiro. And now United have got a break on here if Mbeumo can get to the ball, but Caicedo sweeps up the ball very nicely. Sanchez hits it long, and he hits it off the pitch. I can't lie, lads, I'm fed up. They just seem so comfortable. I'd just take off Delap. You know, take off Delap or Palmer and just put on Guiu and just fucking run at them. Because we're just not pressing or anything. We're just letting them have the ball. They're just passing it around us like we're not even there. Ball forward from Casemiro is cut out by Cucurella. Here's Enzo. Caicedo. Enzo again. Here's Cucurella. Finally going forward. Here's Garnacho. Up against Dallo. Back to Cucurella. His cross is blocked, but Garnacho will get it back. Here's Harto. Fofana to Gusto, who's wide right. Up to Pedro Neto inside. He's going to sweep it into the back post where Delap is! Oh, and he's hit the bloody crossbar, man. That's got to be a goal, man. Here's Neto. This time he throws it in for Delap, who takes it down in the box. Desperate for support. He takes a strike, and it's going to be deflected for a corner. Much better from Delap. There we go. That's some centre-forward play. Oh, it's a good leap, but the header is just unable to go in. This corner will be taken by Pedro Neto on the right-hand side. Swung into the middle of the box and no one's there. Casemiro will head it away, and Cunha's going to surge forward to try and get it away, but he can't take the ball with him, and Gusto will sweep up. Here's Palmer. Crowd starting to get a little bit behind the team. Here's Enzo. Garnacho. Gets past Dallo, but then plays it back to Enzo. Here's Palmer on the left-hand side. Garnacho inside. Nowhere to go. Back to Hato. Here's Gusto, who's playing inverted now. Wide right for Pedro Neto. Shepherded back by Shaw. It's Caicedo to Hato. Surging forward. He's going to take it on his man here and get into the box, and he gets it out wide for Garnacho. Back to Enzo. Or Palmer, rather, who's out there. Hato. Little 1-2, but can't get forward. Bumo will try and get it away, but Cucurella's there. Good work from him. Caicedo. Chelsea having a bit of a better start here now. Pedro Neto. Ball over the top for Gusto. He can get on the end of it. And he puts it across the box, but no one can get there. Hooked away by Shaw, but it's going to come back at United now. Neto. Chelsea starting to turn the screw. Enzo. Cucurella. Hato out wide right to, or wide left rather, to Garnacho. Into Enzo. He gets away from Mainu. And he plays the ball up, and there's a claim for a handball in the box there, but I don't think that's going to be given, and Bumo can now bring the ball away. Fernandez. To Cunha. No pen given. Well, I'd love to see that back. Mazraoui into Dallo. The cross is utterly dreadful. There's no one in the box, and Gusto needed to get a shout there, and he didn't. He's headed it off the pitch for a throw. I think I'm going to take the Rap Gods on comms. Ah, no, nothing in that. Mainu. Heaven. Lammens back to Heaven again. Lammens with a heavy touch. If there was a bit more pressure, he might have given that away. But, of course, we're just stepping off them and letting them play with the ball. Heaven will launch it long. Šeško can't beat Fofana to it, but he's just headed it straight to Cunha. It's a 4v4 at the moment. Bruno Fernandes tries to get the ball to Šeško, and Gusto was in the way. And he gets it away to Neto. Good first touch. Leaves it for Gusto. Neto. Lovely little flick to Gusto. Neto again. Why have you passed it back, Gusto? You absolute idiot. Bruv, he'd done really well there, Neto, to get Gusto free on the right-hand side, and he just didn't take the space and just passed it backwards for no reason. Now they've got the ball back. Here's Casemiro. Caicedo closed him down, and Delap can get it away, but only as far as Brian Mbeumo. Cucurella tackles him and gets it to Garnacho. He's thrown to the floor, and it will be a free kick. So another one from Mazraoui. We've taken it quickly. Here's Garnacho. Enzo. Nowhere to go. And it's gone back. Oh. Enzo. Lofted ball into Liam Delap in the box. Gets it back to Garnacho. Cucurella is in the striker's position at the moment. Garnacho gets it to Enzo. Palmer on the edge of the box. Has to play it back to Caicedo. Here's Fofana. Switch out wide for Neto. Good pass. He gets it to Gusto, who's going to sweep it in. It's going to fall for Palmer, and he's tried to direct it goalward very cheekily, but wide. Goal kick will be taken short. Here's Lamens. Long ball is cut out by Cucurella. Good work from him. He's been much better in the second half. Here's Neto. In a central position. He's going to whip it out to Garnacho. Harto. Garnacho again. Enzo. In behind for Garnacho, but Menu is the one covering. Casemiro will get it away to Mbumo. But his pass forward is going to be cut out by Caicedo. Good work from him. Here's Neto. Fofana. Gusto again. Enzo. Over the top for Garnacho. Good first touch. Harto. Into Malagusto in a central position. He's going to whip it out wide right for Palmer. Swung into the box, but blocked by Cunha. And now Bruno will bring it forward. Šeško running forward. He's got Caicedo next to him. Skips past him and gets it to Bruno. It's blocked by... Oh! Bloody hell. Deflected off of Fofana, and Sanchez has to scramble the ball away from the goal. It's a good reaction from Sanchez, to be fair. Enzo's just been thrown to the floor in the box, and the referee's... Corner will eventually be taken after all the argy-bargy. Ball into the front post is cleared by Harto. Mazraoui will head it forward. And Neto will get it forward again. Oh, if it was a little bit better, Garnacho could have been free there. Here's Mbumo. Takes it around the outside, but his ball is blocked by Cucurella. Harto will clear the ball. Garnacho. He gets it to Harto down the line. Cuts back. Good work from Harto to Enzo. He gets it wide right to Neto, but the ball is a little bit behind the Portuguese. He can sweep it forward for Cucurella, but his pass is terrible. And Mazraoui will smack it long, though. Bit of a panicky clearance there. Here's Garnacho. Gets it to the edge of the box for Neto, who takes a strike. It's deflected, and it's going to be another corner. Corner taken quickly as Gusto. Enzo in behind for Cucurella. Cuts it across. It's another corner. Enzo on this again. It will be taken short once more. Back to Enzo from Palmer. Into the box. It's Wesley Fofana who gets a touch on it, but there might have been a handball in there. Ball's been played up to Pedro Neto. Cuts inside. Gets away from Cunha. Swings it into the back post where everyone's waiting, and Fofana has hit the crossbar with a header. It's the same place where Liam Delap hit it earlier. And now players have got to get back here as Mbumo's driving up the pitch. Here's Cunha. It's another really good ball from Neto, by the way. Oof. Almost given away to Cole Palmer. Here's Casemiro. Heaven to Shaw. Something is being looked at by VAR at the moment. Probably that handball call. Here's Kobe Mainu. Sheshko to Fernandes. Swung into the back post where Cucurella is standing, and he clears it away for Garnacho. Chance for Chelsea to break here. Oh, Garnacho, man, what is he doing? Just forgot how to be a footballer there. Here's Heaven. Swept forward, but no one receiving the pass. Here's Enzo. Good ball up to Garnacho. Hato. Enzo once more. Fofana. Here's Neto. Sweeps the ball forward for Delap here. Oh, Mazraoui very, very composed to see it back to his goalkeeper. Here's Hato surging forward. Still going, Hato. Gets it to Delap in the box, but Dallo will clear that up and get it away. Enzo will intercept the ball out from Casemiro, though. Here's Garnacho surging past one and another. Gets it across the box, and no one's in the centre. It's good work from Garnacho there to get past a few players and get the ball into the box, but there's just no one there. Ball's going to keep coming as you cross into the 70th minute. Here's Gusto. Palmer. Oh, Gusto was free there if he wanted to play it to him. He just didn't. Here's Palmer. Into Gusto. He gets it to Delap. Terrible first touch. And Cucurella has been clattered off the ball here. And he wins a free kick in a dangerous area. I think it's Mazraoui again who's hacked him down. Why the hell is he still on the pitch, man? Palmer is on the free kick at the moment. It's a pretty good area for him to get it just up and over the wall if he wants to take this. There's other players around the ball too. I think Enzo is the other option. It is Palmer straight into the wall, and Palmer's going to take another strike, and it's going to break to Cucurella. Enzo. He gets it out to Pedro Neto. Ball goes backwards. It's Gusto. Checking for another penalty now. Caicedo to Neto. Gets it into Enzo. Back to Neto. Good chance for him to shoot, and it's smacked off of the defender for another corner. Tell you, Neto has come alive in the second half. They are going to delay because there might be a pen here. Oh, there is a nasty little stamp on Cucurella here. It's a little late. I don't know if they're going to say that's enough contact for it to be it's definitely in the box. Oh, apparently you can if you get the ball before the contact, there's no penalty now. Flicked on by Cucurella. Garnacho smacks it towards goal, but it's into the turf and it's weak. Casemiro gets it away. Here's Caicedo holding off Dallo on the right hand side. He gets it to Neto. Gusto. He's going to whip the ball into the back post. Fofana's there. He heads it back across, but it's going to go straight towards Lamens, and he'll claim that very comfortably. Shaw will knock the ball forward. One in the air by Wes Fofana. Enzo gets the ball. Delap, back to Enzo. Garnacho. He wants to shoot, and he does shoot. It's deflected off of Hayden, or Heaven rather. Cucurella gets it off of Sheshko, and then wins a throw off of Sheshko as well. Referee stopping us from taking a quick throw in for some reason. Dickhead. Fofana up to Enzo. Chelsea much the better side in the second half. Enzo once more. Hato to Fofana. Here's Gusto. Hato up to Garnacho. Gets away from Dallo. Gets away from Bruno as well and passes it back to Fofana. Here's Pedro Neto. In behind for Gusto. He's tackled. Heaven will get it away. Here's Mainu. Trying to pass it out from the back here, United, and Mainu has smacked it straight towards Where's Fofana, who will knock it forward. Here's Cucurella once more. Caicedo. Back to Pedro Neto, who's inside at the moment. Here's Hato. Caicedo. Hato again. He's trying to find some space for a pass here. He's unable to. His Caicedo will play it back to Sanchez. Fofana. Gusto. Back to Sanchez. 15 minutes to play. Here's Caicedo. Enzo. To Fofana. It's just such a refusal for our players to play it through the lines now. I don't get why we've abandoned doing it. We're just not taking enough risks. Here's Caicedo to Wes. Enzo. Oh, Cucurella made a great run there, but he wasn't spotted. It's Hato again. Garnacho. Up to Cucurella. Enzo. Caicedo to Fofana. Enzo. Fofana again. Ball in behind from Wes Fofana for Gusto, and I don't know if the Frenchman's going to get there. He does. He gets the ball in as well. It's going to break into the middle for Cucurella. Here's Garnacho. Cucurella with an overhead kick, and oh, what's gone on here? They've claimed a high foot from Cucurella going for a bicycle kick on Mazraoui, but there might have been another hand in there as well. Let's see. No, he gets him in the back, man. It's going to be a free kick for United, taken by the goalkeeper. fact that we've still not seen another substitution yet is actually jarring. Here's Gusto. Long ball from him, seeking out Pedro Neto, is going to fall straight for Luke Shaw. Now Mainu. His pass is intercepted by Enzo. Palmer, tackled by Mainu. Caicedo will intercept. Here's Enzo. Pedro Neto, he's tackled by Luke Shaw. Here's Bruno. And more Bluco out chants are being heard from the crowd now. Heaven on the ball. It's just no pressure on their centre-backs ever. Larman's now. Mainu. Mazraoui. Back to the goalkeeper. That's a long ball from him up to Mbumo that Cucurella wins. Here's Caicedo again. Long ball from him, seeking out Garnacho on the left-hand side. Good first touch. And tries to play it first time to Cucurella, but his pass is pretty woeful. Here's Bruno. Forward to Mbumo. It's a 2v2 here. Harto tackles him brilliantly. And stops Bruno from getting on the end of it as well. Harto's been so good today. One positive from today. Here's Palmer as Chelsea break up the other side. Pedro Neto. Overlap from Gusto. Doesn't use him though. Now he does. Gusto will whip it across the face and it's smacked straight at Casemiro. Pedro Neto. Caicedo. Cucurella. Garnacho. Swings the ball in. Cleared by Dallo. Caicedo to Fofana. Gusto again. Neto again. Gusto with the ball in. Oh. Heaven is the one who clears it away. And now he's claiming a free kick here. And Mason Mount and Amad Diallo are coming on. Sheshko is one of the players coming off. Yep. That's the Chelsea way. Bring on another defender when we need a goal. But then again, to be fair, Josh is one of the players that will actually go forward. So Sheshko and Cunha who have come off. But Ahmad and Mount. And Achampong has come on for Gusto. And Trevor Chalabar is also coming on for Wes. What about an attacker, lad? Can we maybe get an attacker on the pitch? That would be good. Josh's first action is to take this throw, and it goes up to Liam Delap. He heads it towards Enzo on the edge of the box. He's going to sweep it out to Garnacho. Dallo does get a touch, but not the ball. Correa will swing it in. Back post is Neto. He can't get the head on it. Bruno. Mason Mount. Big boos for Mason Mount, by the way. Here's Casemiro running away from Palmer. Good tackle from Palmer, but the ball's going to ricochet to Ahmad. Now Heaven. Ugh. Mason Mount. Mbumo. Fernandez. Dallo. Cuts it across. And Hato will come away with the ball. He gets it to Garnacho. Loads of space for Garnacho to run into. Good tackle from Mazraoui, and he's given a goal kick. No, it's a good tackle. Although, I'm not sure how they've given it a goal kick, because that's clearly come off him last, but there we are. That doesn't even begin to describe it, man. The whole institution from top to bottom is full of fucking wankers. Here's Chalobah. Sanchez. Here's Hato. Through the lines to Cucurella. Great pass. Out to Garnacho. Back to Cucurella. Enzo. Hato again. Enzo again. Long ball from Enzo, seeking out Delap. Good hold-up play from Delap. Really good play from Delap. Garnacho. Enzo. Across the box to Caicedo. He's going to take a strike. It's a brilliant one! Oh my goodness gracious me. Oh, I think that hits the post. That's such a pure strike from our Ecuadorian Kante. Bang. Oh my. Oh, wait. Does Lamens get a touch on this? No, he doesn't. He's nearly killed a steward. Steward seems alright. Lamens will knock it long from the goal kick. Cucurella gets it away. And again, good industry from Cucurella to make a few challenges and get the ball away. We'll come back at us with Dallo to take the throw in. I have no idea why Mark Guiu is not on the pitch. We've got 5 minutes to go and we're chasing the goal and we haven't brought on a single attacking player. Long ball from Lamens again. Chalobah, rather, gets in there. Or rather, actually, that was Hato again, by the way. Here's Josh Achimpong. Neto. Plays it back. Enzo. Palmer. Caicedo. Neto in space on the right-hand side. Cuts it across to the back of the back post. Here's Garnacho. To Palmer. Oh, takes a strike for no reason. Chalobah's just giving it away. Oh, for fuck's sake. What are you doing, lad? Ahmad, tackled by Hato once again. Bro, he has been our best player by a mile. Enzo has been hurt. What's happened to Enzo here? Oh, he just had a nasty landing. I think he's got a knee injury. He's calling for a sub as well. Bumo's coming off as well. He seems to be limping off. Joshua Zirkzee coming on. Oh, we're bringing on Romeo Lavia. Brilliant. Fucking wonderful, man. That's exactly what we need. And that's our third window, in it? So we can't make any more substitutions, can we? Game is fucking whatever, man. It's Caicedo. Neto. Chalobah to Hato. Pedro Neto. To Palmer. Great turn from Cole Palmer. Oh, could have played the pass, but doesn't. Here's Garnacho in the box. Little flick to Palmer, but it doesn't work out. Ball's going to break for Joshua Zirkzee here. And there's a foul on him, and the referee's going to stop the game. Yep, and the fans are leaving the stadium. To be fair, I'm surprised it's taken them this long. Here's Lamons. Long ball. Chalobah's headed it straight to a red shirt. 4 additional minutes to be played, eventually. Hato cuts it out again, and Delap will get Josh Achampong on his way. Here's Cole Palmer. Josh is surging forward. Palmer just passes it backwards, and Caicedo is the one who has to switch to play. Brilliant pass. Garnacho with a good first touch too. He cuts inside. His pass is terrible, and Lavia can't get on the end of it. Oh, I'm giving up on this guy, man. And then fuck off, man. I'm sorry, man. Get this fucking PE teacher out of my club. I'm sick of this football. It's so draining. There ain't no fucking reason that Mark Guiu is not on the pitch. I don't understand it. 4 minutes to go. We need a goal, and he's brought on 3 defensive players. Delap to Garnacho. Caicedo. Tackled by Mainu. He's been bloody brilliant today, Mainu. I can't lie. He's been really, really good. Heaven to Shaw. Press is easily played around. Here's Mason Mount. Zirkzee. And now United can just pass it around the back for the last 4 minutes, but Bruno will try and play it forward. Here's Mount. Bruno. Good intervention from Neto. Here's Lavia. Being dragged back by Bruno, and the ball has been kicked away, and Mount's the one who gets the yellow card for kicking the ball away. Is Hato. Palmer. To be fair, if I want to sum this up, our players are giving up. They don't care. They just don't care. There's nothing to play for. They just don't care. Caicedo to Chalobah. Up to Josh. Here's Neto. Swept in behind for Cole Palmer, who's going to get on the end of this. Nope, he gives it up, and That seems to be the last kind of gasp for us, if I'm being perfectly honest. He should be sacked after this game. We should not be giving him that FA Cup game. He doesn't deserve it. And he'll just get us knocked out anyway. He's got us knocked out of every other competition that we were in. Caicedo to Neto. Back to Moy. Harto. Through the lines from Harto. He's so good at that. Gets it to Josh Achampong. Ball's going to break to Neto on the right-hand side here. Mount handballs it. Is that in the box? He claims it's outside the box, the referee. Let's see. Yeah, I think that is outside. The thing is, I don't even know why I'm asking that, because if it was in the box, they wouldn't have given it anyway. Chance for Chelsea with 1 minute to go. Neto is over the free kick, which is on the edge of the right side of the box. We do have a bit more height now that Josh and Trevor are on. Can Neto get a good ball here, or is he going to hit the first man? Floated in. Back post, it's cleared. Here's Josh Achampong, who takes a heavy touch. Gets it to Garnacho. Garnacho surging past one, surging past two, and he's going to get a free kick off of KOYB Mainoo, who's going to get a yellow. Another chance for us to whip the ball in from a promising position. This is definitely our last chance, though. And Sanchez has run up the length of the pitch to get in the box as well. Go on, Rob. I believe in you. Whipped in by Neto. It is Rob underneath it. Neto, Garnacho. Oh, what the fuck is he doing there? And that's the end of the game. Loudest boos I've heard from Stamford Bridge in a long time. That was very, very loud. And I said I would be very surprised if this bloke is in the dugout for the Leeds game. And if he is, then these owners just fucking lost the plot. Because this is fucking terrible football. I don't even know what to say, man. They have not a single fucking like first choice centre back on the pitch, and we can't score a single goal. If I'm Mark Guiu, by the way, I'm looking for a move in this summer. Fuck this club. If he can't get on the pitch in a situation where we need a goal, and we bring on 3 fucking defenders instead of him, I'd just fucking leave. What's even the point? What's even the fucking point? Random turns into Maldini we can take. Over 3 yellows. Literally nothing else. I don't even fucking know what to say, man. It's just depressing at this point. Enzo Maresca got sacked for fucking asking for a centre back. And now we're here. Don't know what to say, man. It's fucking joke, innit? Right. When's our next game? Brighton. Brighton on Tuesday. Brilliant. So we've got a few days before that. I'll see you guys on Tuesday. That's a 8 p.m. kickoff, so I'll be live at the exact same time as I was today. Yeah, I would say keep the blue flag flying high, but honestly, I couldn't be fucked at this point. Keep the protests going, keep the hashtags going on Twitter, and hopefully we get these fucking wankers out of our club. That's all I'll say. Yeah, I don't know, man. Hope you guys have a good evening. I'm gonna hopefully get a little bit of a nap, and then yeah, we go again on Tuesday.